back once again to Kenny's Global Links. Right, so today we're going to show you once again how we try to save the environment, upcycling. So it's basically remember, Kenny's Global Link is about 3 different sections. Okay, one of it is the sewing, which is what we're doing today, and the second one is health and nutrition, and the last one is IT, creative skill and sewing all go together, right? So enough of the introduction. What I'm actually sharing with you today, it's an old curtain, which is that one. So I've got this old curtain here, and I'll be using this old curtain in addition to some little fabric remaining over here to make some beautiful dress. So come along with us and see how we make this amazing beautiful dress. So remember, the whole idea is about we saving the environment, trying to upcycle what we have so we don't need to be throwing things, because when they get to the landfill it takes ages for them to get dissolved. So rather than it's about the climate change, so rather than we contributing to it, we can help in our own little ways. So enough of the introduction, come on then, let's get sewing. Okay, so now for the top layer of this gown, I will be smoking this bead, this black velvet. I will be smoking this bead, and basically the length which I've got here is 12, and then for your bust area, measure times 2 of it. Okay, so let's take for example you've got 40, because you will be smoking it, make it about 80 or 70, so you need enough room for it to stretch when you do the smoking. Okay, so I'm going to double this. If the fabric is not enough, you can join it, but get it as lengthy as you can all along the side, so that when you smoke it, it'll be easy to go in. But for that one I've got 12. Okay, so that's it on this one. And then for this red one, I will be showing you how we do the gather, how you can easily do the gather. Right, also please do remember, if you've got extra fabric on your the one you want to combine with, because what I'm using has all what I have, but if you've got extra fabric, please do remember to add about ½ inch for seam allowance. Okay, but it depends. If it's quite smoky and if it's smoked looking short, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is if you've got this place really gathered, that's the beauty of the gown. Okay, but just in case if you have an extra, you don't need to cut it off. Okay, so leave an extra one, and depending on how long you want the top layer of your gown to be, some people might want them quite short, so it's all up to you as well. If you want it to come down a little bit closer to your navel or before there, it's all up to you. Okay, so that's it on this. So we're just going to start smoking. It's what we're sewing, trying to make some smoky on this gown. Okay, so this is what we've done so far, and that's what it looks like. Right, that's how you make your smoky gown or blouse. Okay, so I've got I've got about 2 more lines to make, and it's going on this one. So this also is an upcycle fashion, and that is the gown over there from old cotton. So we're going to match these two, and I'll show you the finished look. The dimensions I will show you on the description box. So there we go. You just pull the elastic like that, and then sew. Okay, just ensure you pull your elastic when you want to. So if you don't pull it that way, it's not going to smoke, it's not going to squeeze in together. That's what you're seeing in there. Okay, right, so now to make the gather, which goes on the down part of the gown, we need to sew using a loose stitch. Okay, a loose one. So we're gonna set it to about 5 or 6 depending on the machine which you're using, and then we'll have to sew 1 inch with another one as well. So it's going to be loose because we will be pulling it, so don't use 1. Like if you use number 1, it's going to be really tight, so use number 6, and then afterwards we'll pull it. See how wide this looks. So this is what I was trying to explain. So run the stitch. I've just done this too now. So run the stitch from one end of your fabric, your curtain, on the wider part of your curtain, run all the way to the end. Okay, same thing, do a second one, run all the way to the end. Meanwhile, leave quite a long bit outside, because this two now we have to tie it together before we start pulling. Okay, so get the 2 strings and tie them together, the 2 edge, tie them together just like that. Okay, so this is how you get to tie it. Okay, here are the two bits, and you just open it up like that. Okay, just on there, get it across like that, and then there we go. So this is the first one, and then do the same thing, repeat same process for this one. Don't tie them together, just tie the two strings holding them. Okay, there we go. So remember, when you tie it, always remember to give at least a little space where your finger can penetrate through. Okay, and then you begin to pull. So this is basically how it works. Just pull. Okay, pull it like that, and then you move them, and this is what you do till you get to the end, and that's how you form the gather of your gown. Okay, look at that. So you pull, but careful when you're pulling. Same thing, repeat same step for this one as well. Okay, so you just keep going and pull your string. Can you see that? You pull, and then you move them in. When you pull, you move it in. There we go. And it's always advisable to use an original string so that you don't end up ripping them off. Yeah, so there you go. And the purpose of tying, remember, is just so that when you're pulling, you don't end up pulling it all the way through the other end. You wouldn't want to do that, but you can see the gathers are beginning to form already. Yeah, so that's how you carry on with the pulling. And when you've got a lot of gather there, push them in just like that. Push them in, and then you pull again. There we go. Then you hear the sound, just pull, and that's it. That's how you form your gather. So we're going to carry on till we get to the end. Afterwards, we attach it to the other bit. But here you go. Here's the gather all forming nicely for you. So you can just carry on like I've explained, and just keep going, just like that. Pull, 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 and then you pull that one, and it's forming for you. Yeah, you go in there, pull, 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 and then you pull from the outside. There we go. And that's how you carry on. Just keep going, and you get to the end, you pull, and there you go, your gather for you. But we'll carry on till the end. I just don't want the video to get so lengthy, but that's how we form the gather. Okay, right, so in summary, this is how you do gather for whether you want to do gather for the sleeves or for your gown or anywhere you want to use the gather. Okay, you saw what we did. Basically run on a long stitch on a long length. Don't use like a tight close one, like one or two, because it's going to be quite tight. Run it on a very lengthy one, and then you can just pull. There we go. Yeah, just pull one of them. Remember to tie it first, and then you pull afterwards. Repeat the same thing for that, but that's how it forms a beautiful gather. So you carry it all the way to the end, and that's a beautiful gather for us here. So I'm beginning to join this too, the one which we've just finished the smoking. Look at what it looks like, and the other bits which is meant to be the down. Okay, so remember, when you're joining them too, ensure you pull them just like that when you're joining, otherwise you're gonna have it a bit clogged up somewhere there. So just ensure you pull it really hard while you sew. Okay, and there it is. So I'll show you at the end of it. Just carry on like that, but ensure you're pulling it while you're joining them together. Right, so here it's the look when I've all joined it. Remember, this is from a curtain which we're using, so it's all about upcycling, and these are leftover materials as well. So I've just started by smoking that bit, and then afterwards I've joined it with this one. Now I've cut out the arm, which I will be joining in. So all I'm going to do now is to join the two arms. So I've got two of them in here, and it's more or less like an off shoulder. Okay, so I've got two of them in here. I'm just going to join them, and from there I will be joining it to this cloth, and I'll show you the final look. Come on then, let's get sewing. So for the arm, I've decided for the sleeves, I've decided to do just add a little bit of the red. I've joined it in a different way. So I've got this one and I folded it in two, and I'll just put it there. So now I'm just going to top stitch just right round on it before I will join this, because I just wanted a bit of red at the edge. I might as well could have done it like the plate or the gather, but I just chose to make a very simple one. So just watch it. Right, so here I've got the hand which I've just made, and there it is over there. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just going to now attach it to the cloth which is over here. I might put a strap before that one, or depending, you could just attach it. So basically I'm just gonna attach that end to there and then hem that all properly.